And we're back on PTI. The topic of the hour is: should baseball players that use steroids be in the MLB Hall of Fame? Nate, let's start us off.
I believe that MLB players who use steroids in the past and current players that are great currently should not be in the Hall of Fame if they use steroids. Steroids are performance enhancing drugs that not only make the player um, like perform out of sorts, but it's just illegal and they go crazy. And I think the only thing that should go crazy is their bats hitting home runs when they don't use steroids.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there. So yes, you do bring up some good points there. Like, if you do a bad thing, you probably shouldn't get honored by that. The thing is, the Hall of Fame is like a museum, and the whole drug taking per steroids era. That's an era of baseball that can't be ignored. I'm not saying that people like Barry Bonds should get their own statue and stuff the Hall of Fame, but these have an exhibit about that area somewhere in the museum, because it's just such a big part of its history, in the 90s 2000s type of thing, that it's just, we can't try and pretend that it never happened, that baseball is just this perfect sport where nothing bad ever happens to the players.
Well, the drugs make the players go crazy, and I think what happens with that is they keep doing it. It's illegal, and they're just addicted to it, and they go crazy with it. And over the years, when players don't use drugs, they have great seasons. They perform better in the majors. They have longer careers, make better plays, make better decisions. So, yeah.
Yeah, from a moral standpoint, yes, they should not get in. But if you really want to just care about baseball's history, any player who just puts up really good, ridiculously good numbers should just be mentioned. It would just be just a crime to baseball if we're just gonna pretend that Barry Bonds had never had these incredible seasons before, only just because he just took some drugs sometimes. So that's what I think. Just put them in just some way. Not saying big immortalize them, but just make sure that their story about steroids is known.
Yeah, I think Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was a great baseball player, and he hit so many home runs while using drugs. But with his plaque at Cooperstown, I think that it shouldn't mention that he used drugs to get really good at baseball.
Yeah, just try to just make sure, just recognize the stats, and not maybe less so the man that Barry Bonds was behind the scenes, maybe. So that's kind of where I'm getting you at.
And the question still remains: should baseball players that use steroids be in the MLB Hall of Fame? We'll see you next time on PTI.